Hey friends, this is Nate, and welcome back to the Sparklin House. And this is going to be the last of our kind of walkthrough videos. I've been really surprised how many people wanted to see the attic. So, this is the attic. You're in it. So let's go look around. All right, so we're up here in the attic here at the Sparklin House, and pretty cool. And I got to tell you, I built houses for a while and did a lot of remodeling and reconstruction, and there's a couple of unique features up here I've never seen before on another house. So I want to kind of show those to you. I'm pretty excited. So the first thing, of course, is you got to see the Oculus. There it is down there. Beautiful, looks lovely. Round window. And so up here we've got some old gas lines running through that are about to get removed. And starting next week, actually, we're gonna get the folks from Indiana Spray Foam are kind of come up here and do some work, and we'll get into detail on that. But so far nothing's been changed up here, so I thought it'd be cool to show you kind of what's up here from before, and then that'll give us a little more perspective on what changes. So first thing is right here off of the opening, which is right here, we're standing over. We go over here, and we got this, which actually goes up to the roof, and we can take a look at that here in a second. But out here along the perimeter of the attic, you can see this wooden structure all along the perimeter. It comes in, and it comes in about 2.5–3 feet from the brick wall. And what's interesting about that is that's actually a cantilever system. So the roof line on this is kind of low, and out on the edge it goes to nearly flat as it extends out about 2.5 feet past the outside edge of the brick. And it actually has members that extend back into the house, and that's what this is. And those are actually tied down to the ceiling joists in here, the rafters. So that's pretty cool. I've never seen anything like that. In here, there's the kind of the hip for the roof. So this part here is a little smaller, and then over there, I don't know how well you can see that, but my lantern's moving around here, but that extends like this on both sides. So you can kind of see how much bigger it is over under there. It's a little dark, but we'll try to lighten that up. One other interesting detail is this is the area that's over the bedrooms, and then here in the middle you can see this structure built along here, and here in the middle it's vaulted. So this center section here comes up about 18 inches right in the middle of the house. And what that is that when they built the house, they made the hallway ceilings the same height as everything downstairs, but for all the bedrooms they lowered the ceiling about 18 inches. And so what's interesting is the way the house is built, they wouldn't necessarily have needed to do that. As you can see, there's about 2 feet of brick above the ceiling. So the ceilings in the bedrooms could have all been full height. So they didn't do it as a cost saving thing. My guess is it was an architectural feature to make the rooms feel a little cozier, maybe help them with heating, I'm not sure, but really cool. So let's try and go for a walk up here to the Oculus. I haven't been there yet, so that's going to be a bit of an adventure getting up there, but we'll go through here and try and have a look in the tower. So let's check that out. Find my rafters here. One of the things that's always a little tricky about walking in this cellulose on these kinds of structures is you don't really know where the rafters are until you find them with your feet. But we got a little board here, look at that. check that out. So that'll make it easier to get over here. And it's kind of fun carrying a lantern, even if it is a modern one. It makes me feel like it's old school or something. All right, so this is cool. We got the brick house here for the tower. Now it looks like they actually just framed in this house with kind of more of a conventional wood frame for most of it, and then just put a single brick around the back or exterior. So you can see wood frame inside for part of it. The front, which is above the tower section, is the standard brick thickness like the rest of the walls, and then it's a wood frame inside here that just has a single layer of brick on the outside, which no doubt helps reduce the load significantly on the back end here structurally. So that's good. So let's stick our heads in here and see what's up. All right, and got a pretty cool, oh wow, look at that. Some stuff that's like hand axe cut like stuff right there. That's really cool. Old maybe pine, not sure what that is, but, and I don't know why it would be up here, but we got this cross member, which obviously lots of birds over the centuries have or over decades have hung out here and left their mark, so to speak. Aw, little guy on the floor there, didn't make it. Lots and lots and lots of bees nests everywhere. And fortunately it's early spring, so we don't have to worry about that too much yet. Plenty of them. So we're gonna have to get up here and spray some of that. And then you can see up there into the peak. The other day I was up there and discovered that there was no cap on the peak, so there's about a 1 foot by 1 foot opening straight up there. And so it currently has a cutting board screwed down over it until we can get up there and fix it properly. At least it'll keep most of the moisture out until we can repair it appropriately. So I'd love to have it fixed now, but you can only do so much at a time. So this is so cool. I just think that's beautiful. Look at that. So neat. So yeah. All right, so just outside of the belfry or the tower here, and looking back here in the attic, and realize that the perspective from this angle looking back into the attic might actually be useful to some of you. So check this out. That's kind of like load bearing or wind shear like stuff that was put up during framing. I'm sure it doesn't hurt now. That's just to keep the roof structure square. Same over here. And then out here again, you can see more of that didn't work. The attic from here, kind of around the bell tower here, or the tower. You see that structure, and that gives you a sense of kind of how big this upstairs is. Pretty big. It's just low ceiling. It's probably maybe 5 feet from the ceiling of the hall to the attic rafters here, so it's not super big. It's a little taller from here down to there. Probably not 7 foot though, but I think you could stand down here. I could probably stand up all the way, but just so yeah. Anyways, kind of cool to see. I know we've had roof leaks, but the roof structure, or this is an area where there was a lot of leaking, and it doesn't look like it's so bad up here. So yeah, some daylight to clean up over there, but yeah, overall things are looking good. So all right, on to the roof. Some daylight. Well, hello traffic. All right, so clearly we got some issues up here, some challenges. Although this is pretty superficial, really, but you can see it. And then we got our roof up here. Not too bad. Oh, angles aren't too steep, nothing too crazy. It's actually pretty shallow. This is straight, so you can see it's pretty shallow roof. And then it's almost flat out there. And that's the part where it hangs out over the edge of the house. So yeah, and then this center section is rubberized. This little flat roof on top here, and gets a little bigger. And then our cool tower. Love this thing. So beautiful. So beautiful. But it's seen some better days. As you can see, there's some wood rot right here on the trim pieces. And then our awesome Corabels. This little guy is hanging loose. We're gonna have to get that fixed, and just different things. But overall, I mean, the fact that this thing is in the condition it's in, it's just spectacular. There's really, you know, some minor little cracking in the bricks and all that, but overall, you know, I don't know that this roof isn't even original, and it's in pretty good shape. So, but there's my cutting board cover for the top. So that's a thing. But yeah, beautiful. There's that copper pipe that we were seeing down in the attic a few minutes ago, and beautiful scenery up here though. Love this Indiana skyline, and Elkhart River right over there. You can see that. So beautiful. It's kind of cool to be that close to the river. And right here, so this town's called Waterford Mills. So when it was established, that was like the best place to cross the river. So this was like kind of like a big destination in the early 1800s, and then the railroads came through north of here in Goshen, and that kind of all the business that was here moved north at that point. So but anyways, I'm yammering, but this is just really cool to be up here. You see the valley down here. It's definitely this roof has seen its better days. It's a little rough. You can see a lot of where this kind of tar coating has cracked and showing its age. And if we get down closer here, you can see where the asphalt is just gone in spots. And maybe some of that's from hail damage, but I think mostly it's just from age. This just looks like an old asphalt roof to me. So looking forward to hopefully updating and upgrading that later. But for right now, we got to focus inside, and we'll just put some whatever we need to up here. If any leaks show up, we'll just have to kind of string this thing along minimally until we can actually address it properly. But we got a lot of work to do inside before we can kind of start looking at some of these things out here. But just wanted to kind of establish early on the condition of all of it, and yeah. So anyways, thanks for joining me. I've had a blast showing you around the house, kind of in the early stages, and I hope you've enjoyed it too. Thanks for following along, and we'll talk to you real soon. See ya.